Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you my controller and mouse setup for 3 different heroes. And at the end I will talk about the pros and cons I have for playing with controller and tell you what you need to set it up. So I feel like a lot of you guys thought I was joking when I said I play with half controller, half mouse, but I actually do. So today I'm going to show you the controls. So as you saw in the last video, I actually do move with this analog stick. I jump with the left bumper, LB, and I hover with left trigger. I press down on left analog stick for ability 1, and left trigger is alternate fire. For most characters, I'm going to show you a few characters. Alright, now let's move on to the mouse. So my mouse has 2 buttons. The back one I use to crouch, and the front one I use to melee. The reasoning for this is I like to be able to feel like I'm hiding by pressing the back button, you know, so it's like I'm pulling away. And melee is I'm always walking forward when I'm meleeing, so that's why I have that set up like that. I like to have the primary fire on left mouse. And for Pharah specifically, I like to have the booping ability on right mouse. To reload, I scroll down, which is again, I like to feel like I'm falling away when I reload. So that's why I have that there. That's why I have the crouching there, and that's why I have scroll down. Okay, so with my second most played character, Winston, it's pretty much the same setup. Obviously, you still move with this, jump with LB, and I leap by pressing down on left analog stick. The reason for this is because all the FPSs I play, I'm always sprinting forward by pressing down on this. You know, I used to be a huge Call of Duty player, so I'm just very used to pressing down on this and moving forward very quickly. So you'll see that as a trend across all my heroes. You know how Pharah, I use my rocket boost with that button, and so on and so forth. Left trigger, in this case, I don't have anything here just because he doesn't have an alternate fire, so that's just empty. It doesn't do anything. So on the mouse, with Winston, I have the back button, it drops the bubble, because I like to feel protected when I press that back button. And melee, still this button. Primary fire, mouse 1. Mouse 2, I crouch. I crouch with all the heroes. Minus Pharah and a couple other exceptions, but this is just how I like to do it. I only use mouse 2 if there's an ability that I need to like aim with. Otherwise, I just keep it on crouch. Okay, so with Lucio, I still move with this analog stick, and I still jump with LB. It's actually pretty useful because I like to wall ride like this. Could just wall ride around everywhere. And booping ability is left trigger. This is just how I played on console, so this is how I'm used to it. And pressing down on the analog stick, same thing I mentioned earlier. It's kind of like a sprint, you know, like I'm either switching to speed or switching to healing. And I could just constantly do that while moving around like this. Okay, so with the mouse for Lucio, I like to have the back button be to amp it up. Because this way it's like always when I'm trying to get away or recover, I'm always pressing that back button. Melee still, the front button. Mouse 1, primary fire. And, oh shit, mouse 2 is boop as well. And finally, mouse 2 for Lucio is crouch. It was just an option between having this as boop or having left trigger as boop. I'm just used to left trigger because that's what I had on console, so that's why I have it there. So yeah, that's Lucio. I forgot to mention, I use my ultimate for all heroes by pressing down on the scroll button. I like it here because I can quickly put in my last shot right before I remove my right finger to quickly hit that scroll button in ultimate. And no, I don't accidentally hit my ult when I'm reloading. So the only thing that's a little annoying is that I have to press down to be able to have this little option wheel, say thank you, say hello. So I can't really be moving while I'm doing that. And to check the scoreboard, I have to press this button. So like I kind of like move around like that when I'm checking the scoreboard. So those are the 2 little annoying things. And I guess I can't really, you know, type in chat, but who's going to be typing in chat while you're in the middle of a game anyways? If I want to type in chat, I'll just drop the controller, come here and just type really quick. Other than that, I really like this controller setup. I really think that the controller is dominant when it comes to movement, but when it comes to aiming, the mouse is best. So I've married the two, and I'm playing with them both, and it is honestly amazing. I love it. WASD is definitely better for strafing since you can switch directions instantly by simply tapping A or D. But with a controller, I feel like I can run at more precise angles since I can point the analog stick in any direction. Plus, I just like the feeling of grabbing something in my hand, you know? I have tried playing with the keyboard, and every time I always accidentally press buttons when I don't mean to. Specifically, I would always mess up my E with my reload because they're right next to each other. And for this reason, even if I did play mouse and keyboard, I would personally still want to have a mouse with buttons on the side so I can distribute the buttons more evenly. It just doesn't make sense to me why you would have most of the buttons be pressed by your left hand considering most people are righty. So if you want to play like this, it's pretty simple. All you really need is an Xbox or PS4 controller, a micro USB cable, and a mouse with at least 2 side buttons. Once you have all that, just plug your controller into your computer, and Overwatch should automatically recognize and have all the default buttons that you would have if you were playing on Xbox or PS4. You can then individually set each button to what you want it to be. Special thanks to my boy Hiloti. He showed me that you can actually play with the controller and the mouse and not have the bottom right and the left chat flickering the whole time. I used to have this problem and I do not have it anymore. All you have to do is make sure that you go to controls and you go to advanced settings and you turn force keyboard / mouse user interface. You want to make sure that's on. So right now I have it on. If you have it off, it's going to be flickering the whole time on the bottom right and the left hand side. It's really annoying. You want to make sure you have this on when you're playing with mouse and controller. To my subscribers, sorry for taking so long to upload, guys. I've just been extremely busy, and honestly, I spend so much time on editing, you have no idea. I actually tried streaming for the first time a couple days ago, and it worked. So I'm definitely going to stream for you guys this weekend. I really hope it goes well, because if it does, then it could become like a more regular thing. But anyways, thanks for sticking around, and I'll talk to you soon, my boys. Peace out.